Good morning, everyone. It's Crypto Meow Analysis coming at you with an update video on Bitcoin, BTC. So with Bitcoin, we are we did have to change the chart because a lot of things happened. We actually had a big capitulation a little bit earlier than what I expected, but we have support here at $60,274. We came down, we did wick to that area, and then now we're getting a reversal. Um, Keep in mind that on the macro time frame, I do still think we are bearish, but we did go extremely oversold. I mean, the last time Bitcoin was this oversold was back here in August of 2023. Let me see. Yeah, over here, and we were putting in a bottom before we blasted up on out of here. However, it is going to be different when we're in a bear market because before it was bullish, but when it's bearish, you typically make lower lows, and just like we're doing right now, November 2025, the price was around $80,000. February 2026, the price was at $60,000. So typically you make lower lows when it's bearish, and then when it's bullish, you make higher lows and you form an uptrend. The reason why I say that is because we have a lot of resistance, so just don't get overly excited. If we start moving up, we are clearly stuck at resistance right now between $67,000 and $72,000. The next area of support resistance would be $81,000, and then from there, as long as we don't hit this downtrend that we're basically forming, which coincides with that area of resistance, then there might be a possibility of a reversal and back up to the highs, but I'm not going to say that because this correction is deep and there's a lot of areas of resistance we need to break before we turn macro bullish again. So my theory is we will chop around here, kind of like what we did back here in November to January, before we get the next confirmation move. Keep in mind that on the weekly, we still haven't printed red on the Gaussian channel, so just keep that in mind. I think that with price action staying under here for the next 2 weeks, we will start printing red after Sunday or 2 Sundays from now. So I'm not going to say it's going to go all the way back up. I mean, that would be crazy if it does go back up $19,000. That will prevent this from turning red. But historically speaking, that has never happened. So every single time we've broken into this channel, it took around 140 to 175 days before you capitulated. The reason why this time it seems so different, and the reason why this time it just happened so much faster, I have no idea. But technically, once you broke into the channel, you actually broke down after 77 days instead of the 140 and 175. So I don't know if that means that we're going to come up to ensure that we don't print red for the next for the next 30 or 60 days, or if that just means that this time it just happened a lot faster. But obviously we'll keep updating it, and we'll just keep monitoring it. On the weekly RSI, we are oversold. The last time this was the case was June of 2022. You did come back down and make a lower low, so we might be in for a lower low and a bigger correction. I do think that the next target at 160,000 breaks would be around 43,000. So my goal is to buy BTC at the next time that I buy BTC would be at $43,000. With that being said, I do think that, yeah, so we came very close to tagging the 200-day weekly moving average, which is around $58,000. So we'll keep monitoring that. Typically, once we do break below that area, we do drop, historically speaking. Again, I just have the data to work with from prior history. We kind of talk about this on the live streams, but if you don't come to the live streams, it's fine. We typically do break below around 20 to 30%. So last time, bear market, it was around 28%. COVID drop, black swan, it was around 31%. It was around 30% like almost every single time. So this time over here, it was around 31%. So if we drop another 30% from here, you are looking at price action being at 39,000, which does coincide closely to the next area of support. 160,000 does break around 43. I will keep you updated. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.